Definitely. I've been looking forward for this review for years.
You've been playing. You've been boring us with salt and pepper reviews and shit.
Well, I recently got the album like last year, and I told y'all I was not going to talk about this shit unless I got the album. So
I haven't. Yo, I had this on cassette. I never bought it on vinyl or CD, and it's mad expensive.
really,
Yes, it's expensive. It was expensive, but you don't find it in the wild though. Like this, it's not like you're not gonna find it at too many record stores.
I think I saw it on vinyl one time, and it was like for $30.
Never seen it. Never seen it. Never seen it on vinyl anywhere. Ashley was good. I forgot Ashley was joining
So
us. I forgot she was joining us. Damn it,
Yeah,
Red. She
actually,
didn't remind me. He didn't remind me.
I did tell you Ashley was joining us.
I'm like, yo, like who's the special guest with us?
Ashley got me the album, by the way. So shout out to
Oh, did she?
Ashley.
Okay.
yeah. I think I got it from Amazon. Like I think what last year.
Was it a
Yeah,
lot of money?
Surprisingly, it was on there.
Was it a lot of money?
No, I don't think. No, I didn't pay
No.
a whole lot for it.
Oh wow.
Thankfully, it was like they had I guess the cheapest one, and it
Yeah.
was in brand new condition. So I lucked out.
Wow. That's
thank you
dope.
again.
I've never seen it on Amazon.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. Some stuff people be thinking it's out of print, but you just got to
Mhm.
know who has it,
Yeah.
and depend on who's selling it too. Cause
Right. Facts.
yeah, if I
Definitely.
wasn't able to get like a brand new copy of it, I would more than likely would have bought him a used one. But
Right.
I get used CDs if the condition is like
Mint.
new or very good. That's the only time I would get it. I would never get CDs that just says
Hmm.
acceptable or good.
Right. That part. You hear? That's coming from a female collector like us.
Yeah,
Buy
yeah,
if you're
yeah,
gonna buy
exactly.
used, buy brand almost new or brand new. Not some
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
you know.
If it has the words used and
Hmm.
like new beside it, I get that or
Right.
used very good. Never buy CDs that just says used and acceptable because that can mean
Hmm.
anything. They could either be missing a
That's
case or it got scratches on the
hmm
CD or
yeah.
whatever.
That's Reg. Reg bought Harlem World and it had no booklet with the shit.
Oh,
He had no
But
case.
I got another copy of it.
He got another copy,
okay.
yes. Cause I had an extra copy and I sent it to him because I'm like, I don't need two copies of that, But yeah, shit, there's some horror stories. I remember when I was supposed to have somebody had sent me it was supposed to be the Swarm Wu-Tang compilation, and when I
Hmm.
opened it, it was the Memphis Bleak first album. I'm
What?
like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, and
So
they and
someone sent you the wrong
apparently they didn't
CD.
know, and I'm like, yo, how do you not check to see what you bought before you buy it?
Who does that?
Crazy. Yep,
Mm.
it's crazy.
Yeah, just like I said, you just got to be careful and be mindful of who exactly is selling the CDs, and then to look at the reviews, like depending on who the seller is, because if they got
Hmm.
like a good rating, like
Right.
100% or like 95, 96, 97, or 98 or something like that, then definitely go for it. But if they got less than ninety
Hmm.
percent,
Facts.
stay away from them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they gotta have good reviews. So.
Yeah, yeah. If they got like a 5-star review or a 4.5-star review, then go for it. But if they got
Hmm.
like if like the first couple of reviews you see that are really bad, then
Yeah.
that should tell you something.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's been some crazy shit that I've seen, man.
Yeah. And then too, sometimes some of the people who be selling albums or whether it's CD, vinyls or
Mm,
whatever, some of them be paying for like outrageously stupid prices for them. Because
mhm.
I still can't get over the fact that Brian Austin Green CD that he had back in the 90s.
The
I think the
carnival.
last time I saw it, they had like brand new copies of it. They were like selling whoever the seller was selling them for like
Hmm.
$90 or a little over $90 for just that CD.
Wow, it's crazy,
Yeah,
crazy. 90. I ain't paying no 90 for that. That
No.
was a good album, but not for $90.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, I know they got all the songs from that album on YouTube, so
Yeah.
until they lower the price to something reasonable that I'm
Hmm.
willing to pay for, I'll
Hmm.
listen to the entire album on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I've never in my life would pay stupid money like that for a CD.
No. Hell
Never.
no. Nope.
Never.
Nope. I'll make an exception for Prince because that was Prince, but not for
Mm.
nobody else.
Everybody ready for Christmas?
Yeah.
No,
No. Okay.
I don't like Christmas.
You don't like a lot of things. What else is new with you? You don't like this.
Yeah, but
And
everyone
much.
just gotta be careful, especially like when they're getting stuff for people. Like people
Right.
be so quick to swipe people's gifts off their front porch or front door. Like,
That happened to my family last year. There
oh
was
wow.
they had ordered like some coats,
Mm.
and there was somebody waiting outside and signed off on the packages, and it wasn't for they didn't live at the house. And
What?
yeah, so now they have to
Yes.
be extra careful at that during holidays. You know, like if you got something coming, have the track number and when it's gonna be
Yeah, yeah.
delivered, and
That's
be
why
waiting.
I'm mindful. Like if I order something or
Yeah.
if I know something's gonna be coming to me, I make sure to pick whatever the delivery day is.
Hmm.
So that way if I know I'm off, then I'm able to get it myself. And then too, I got a ring
Right.
Right.
camera outside the front door, so that way I know like unless if somebody's outside like near the
Hmm.
front door, and that way I can see like if someone, say God forbid, someone swipes something that I got
Yeah.
coming either for myself or for my mom or whatever,
Yep.
then I know it's there.
And the
And
thing
then if
is
I gotta
now
get,
now they're not even ringing the bell. They have people that's like doing like regular people that's working for Amazon, and they're
hmm,
delivering the packages and then taking a picture, and that's it. They leave. They're not even ringing the bell no more. So Reg.
some of the delivery people do be ringing the bell
uh
or not, but as long as they take the screenshot and I know it's delivered to my door,
Right.
then
Yo,
that's how I
let me
know
tell you,
it's where.
I had a pair of sneakers this summer
Hmm.
that that got delivered to my next door neighbor instead of my house. Like they took the picture, and I
Hmm.
looked at the photo. I'm like, that's not my house.
Yeah.
So when I went outside, my neighbor was coming down the stairs with the box. I'm
Hmm.
like, these niggas delivered my sneakers to my next door neighbors,
Mm.
and I was pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, now you gotta check outside to
Yeah.
watch them deliver because they're not gonna ring your bell.
Yeah, yeah, because I know,
Exactly.
like, yeah, because I mean, as long as they take a screenshot of the picture and I know that I recognize the mat outside my
Mm,
apartment,
yeah.
and I know it's delivered directly to me. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing I ordered, the whoever it was from FedEx, whoever the FedEx delivery person was, delivered whatever I ordered to the apartment below me, and I'm like you do know the difference between these two apartments, even though it's the same
Exactly.
building, but the apartment numbers are different. I'm like, why?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
because like, I'm like, so many people don't be paying
Yeah.
attention. Because I remember, I know there was something I ordered off Amazon like a few months ago. I'd be ordering protein shakes for myself and my mom,
Uh-huh.
and my shakes they deliver it to my building, but they put my stuff at the apartment directly across from me. I'm like, that's not where I freaking stay at. I'm like,
Right.
y'all really don't be paying attention, or you be hiring just anybody who ain't
Crazy.
doing what they supposed to do. I'm like,
Right. So they could it's like Reg could apply for a job for Amazon, and they
mm-hmm,
have people that's working for Amazon, but they're not wearing like the uniforms no more.
mm-hmm,
So and they're coming in like their own car and delivering
yeah,
it, and they're not delivering it to the right house, or they're not ringing the bell.
yeah, because I'm like. Y'all got to do better.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. But that's just the generation we live in, y'all.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
that's pretty much what it is.
What time is it? I'm about to check one more thing downstairs, and we about to start.
Mm.
All right.
All right, give me 1 second, y'all.
Yeah, just gotta be careful and be mindful of what you be
Yeah.
ordering and making sure that they deliver it to the right address instead of your neighbors or downstairs or at the wrong building or something.
Yep. Facts. Facts.
Yeah, just gotta be careful because we're at that
Yeah.
time now where anything can happen.
Especially holiday time.
Yeah,
They won't hesitate to steal your gifts and all that.
yeah, people don't care no more.
No. Nope.
They really don't.
I'll be watching the news and they be having them like the people have like their home cam, like that's another thing people need. They need to set up some cameras outside of your house.
Yeah,
You
that's what
can,
that's what we got. We got that
yeah,
ring camera.
I have that too.
Yeah. So that way, like, I know if there's someone at the door or if
Hmm.
someone rings the bell or
Right.
whatever.
Yep. You just look on the camera and
Yep.
if you catch them
You
in the
know
act,
when somebody's out there. Yep.
yeah, it's easy that now it's easy like that. Like now you know who's on your property or not.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that album? There it is. Yep, found it. Okay, what's up, everybody? Ray Sean, I gotta watch your review you did last night. I gotta
Hey,
peep that shit.
I told Ray Sean he got to start promoting his live stream so people could watch it, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have been on the Culture Club when I got the vinyl for all of the Culture Club albums. You should have told me.
Oh yeah, I forgot you fuck with Culture Club. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
man.
straight.
Yeah.
That's my group. That's my group. I fuck with them.
All right, y'all. I just flipped my garlic bread, so I'm ready to start whenever y'all are.
Let's go.
All right.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing this lovely Tuesday? This your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try.
Yo.
Got my homeboy Try with me. I got my good good sis Ashley with me.
That's good.
All right, what's good? What's good? All right, so on this day in music, I can only find an R&B album, but I did find like a Britain album and stuff like that too. Since we're talking about British, on this day in music, Paul McCartney and Wings dropped their third album, Band on the Run. This album came out, December 5th, 2000, December 5th, 1973. You know what I'm saying? This is actually their best-selling album, if I'm not mistaken, to date. Well, Paul McCartney's best-selling album and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? We all know about Paul McCartney, member of the Beatles. You know, the Beatles broke up in 1970. He dropped his solo album, but I think this was like his true breakthrough album, if you ask me. This is actually his last album on the Apple record label. This was known for songs like Band on the Run, which that was like a big song. That might be one of his most signature songs too. Bluebird, I love that record. Love the harmonies between Paul and Linda. You know what I'm saying? Jet, that was a favorite song from the Carpenters too. Let Me Roll It. You know, he's talking about his love for marijuana and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. I don't have this album in my collection. I've never done a review on this album, but this is honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. This album and McCartney 2 from 1980 have always been my favorite Paul McCartney albums. I'm not really the biggest when it comes to the Beatles solo albums. I'm not really the biggest fan on a lot of them. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because I haven't really heard everything, but this album I would listen to day by day. You guys have any memories with this album?
Never heard it.
Me neither.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, whenever I do get, I'll probably do a review on it and shit like that. So there we go. And now the album that we're going to talk about today is going to talk about Soul to Soul with their first album, Club Classics Volume One. You know what I'm saying? This well in the U.S. it was released as Keep On Moving, but I call it Club because I got the U.S. version, the Keep On Moving version. But yeah, if you want to say it, this album came out in 1989 on Virgin Records. You know what I'm saying? Soul to Soul. They consist of members such as Jazzy B, um, Karen Wheeler, Simon Law, Doran Rattle, and everything like that. Hold on, I'm gonna get the whole members. Give me 1 second. So Jazzy B, Karen Wheeler, um, Ellen Blair, Doran Rattle, Rose Windrose. Rest in peace, Doran Rattle, by the way. Jazzy Q, Atties B, Nelly Hooper, Dade, Marsha Lewis, Lemla Al Muhiri. Oh no, they came after this album. Okay, so I mentioned everybody at this point. Fuck it. Um, Singles album was known for. It came out with a couple of singles. Keep on Moving, Back to Life, Fair Play. That was a single. I think that's it. Yeah, I think those are the only singles. I know there was one more single. Let me double check. Feel Free. That was the other single, and Jazzy's Groove. All right, so I've been talking about this album for years, and I told you guys I was not going to review this until after I got the album. Thank you, Ashley. You know what I'm saying? So you guys know how we do it. We're going to talk about how we got into the album, or how we got into the group. I'm gonna start off with Ashley this time.
Okay, I know for me growing up, hearing some of their songs on the radio as a kid, I know I would hear either Back to Life or Keep on Moving like multiple times on the radio, but I wasn't aware that they had five studio albums, and I was just looking on Wikipedia, like on some of the members of the group, and I noticed one of them did pass away in 2002. I was reading up how she died, and it was pretty sad. But I know I know a little bit about Soul to Soul, other than the songs I just mentioned. I also know that they even had songs for certain movies during the 90s, like I want to say Mo Money and How Stella Got Her Groove Back. But this is my first time listening to a full-fledged album of theirs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, I was little when they came out with this album. Like I remember my mom bought this on cassette back in the day, and um, I remember hearing like "Keep on Moving" and "Back to Life." Those are like the two biggest hits from them. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's been played in like commercials and movies.
Mm-hmm.
People did them over. Like I like them. Mary J. Blige did "Back to Life" over on the DJ
Mm-hmm.
Clue Professional 2 mixtape. That was great.
Classic.
Um, yes. Uh, it's they I've seen them like on they've done like a lot of festivals and tours. They Karen Wheeler had her issues with Jazzy B. She left and then she came back and she left, and I don't know what the status is with her right now.
They,
Is she
they all had
still
issues.
I
She
think I
she's
think I
she's
think
still in
on
the group.
Karen Wheeler, I think the latest thing I remember was that she briefly came back to the group in like 2013. So it's been like over a decade
right?
since she last was with
Yeah,
them.
Yes, sir.
right. And then when she left, she got replaced with another female, and then she left. And they had a revolving door of like female lead singers in that group. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
But
did.
Jazzy
Yep.
Yeah.
B, Jazzy B is still doing his thing, and they had like a hip hop soul meets like club music in their
Mm-hmm.
sound, especially when like at the time when there was like a lot of British artists, Five Star and Soul to Soul and what's the other group Loose Ends. All of them were big in R&B. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I felt like some of them got slept on for the American artists, but they had a movement going on, and plus that, they had like the Caribbean connection as well, and it was
Mm-hmm.
great. It was great times, and you know, they gave us some joints. They definitely gave us a lot of good music.
Yeah, dope stories when it comes to how y'all got into Soul to Soul.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna mostly save my thoughts on how I got into the group when I talk about one particular song. But what I'm
Okay.
gonna say about Soul to Soul, oh my god, I feel like they never got their just due, in my personal opinion.
Right.
And I titled this review how the beginning of Afrobeat because I feel like personally, when it comes to Soul, they were pretty much on the brisk of a lot of its trends at that time too, because you could call them Britpop, the whole
Mhm.
Sade's, the loose ends. Which honestly, my unpopular opinion, I kind of felt like Britpop carried the tradition on '70s soul and R&B, in my opinion. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mhm.
Because if you listen to people like Culture Club, Simply Red, and everything like that, they were very influenced by like a lot of them cats like Otis Redding,
Right.
Harold
Yeah.
Melvin, the Blue Notes, and
Yeah.
so on and so on. Mind you, Simply Red covered "If You Don't Know Me by Now." He wasn't touching Teddy. They weren't touching Teddy's
Mm.
vocaling, but still,
Mm.
you could also say they were New Jack Swing too. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because they definitely did like a lot of like one could say like Back to Life was a New
Mhm.
Jack Swing song. One could say that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like I said before, like if you listen to like their music, really like listen to their music, you see the
Mhm.
earlier traces of Afrobeat. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Afrobeat guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm African, but I don't like Afrobeat. I like some artists like Burna Boy. I fuck
Burna
with
Boy's
Burna
dope.
Boy.
I like
He's
Burna
dope.
Boy, Wizkid, Thames. You know.
Wizkid's okay. Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mind
Yeah.
you,
I think that.
I'm actually related to Burna Boy too. So
Right. You told me that.
yeah, my sister told me
Mm.
like it was like my third cousin or some shit like that. You know what I'm
That's
Oh
saying?
spiritual, man.
wow.
Yeah,
You gotta
I
get you
think I
gotta get him on the show, Reg. That's your blood.
nigga, he's always fucking touring. Last time I checked, he was on doing some stadium tours or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think I only saw him like one time at a party. You know,
Oh
but
wow.
but yeah, man. But at the same time too, I feel like Soul to Soul. They definitely. I feel if they would have kept the lineup on this album though, they would have definitely been something because, like you guys mentioned, there was like a revolving door, which we'll talk about
Yeah,
that
like
in a
so
minute.
many different female lead singers coming in and out and
Mhm.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, Jazzy B. You know what I'm saying? They had like a lot of creative differences with Jazzy B. And so
mm-hmm.
on too. So all right, so let's talk about who Soda Soul are. So for those who don't know who Soda Soul are, they were an R&B Brit group that originated in 1988. It was founded by Jazzy B. He's like the rapper, producer, DJ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was pretty much the organizer of the fucking group. And honestly, he got his start because he used to DJ for a lot of clubs back in like the London area and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? And so he loved music so much. We all heard these stories where they love music, they want to have their own band and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So that's when he pretty much formed an official group with Jazzy B, Karen Wheeler. Well, excuse me, I'm not going to say Karen Wheeler just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Nelly Hooper, Simon Law, Dawn Rattle, Bose Windross, Dade, Ashley B, and Jazzy Q. Now, originally Dawn Rattle was the original main singer of the group. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people know this. A lot of people thought Karen was the original singer, but she was more like a later addition, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so once Karen came in the picture, that's when they formed that they had that right formula and everything like that too when it came to like the ingredient of what makes the group tick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been said that excuse me, it's been said that Doreen was not really pleased about that shit too. You know what I'm saying too? Because like I said, she was the original and everything like that too. And she pretty much left even before the album came out, if that makes sense. She pretty much left before the album came out. And she never had a good voice, but I'm not gonna hold you. I'm more of a Karen. I'm more of a Karen fan and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. And that's just my personal opinion. That's not anything against Doreen, because Doreen, she definitely laid some dope ass vocals on this album as well too. Feel free, feel free. For instance, more on that later. And of course, we all should know the story that Doreen passed away in 2002 because
Yeah.
she actually got hit by a car after
No, she
stealing
got
from a
hit by
grocery
three.
store. Yeah, 3 cars
She got about
after
3 cars.
yeah, because she was shoplifting for her children,
Right.
and they caught her. And then she had a 4-year-old son and stuff like that too, which is kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
sad
It
though.
says she got. Yeah, she says she got hit by three drivers, dying instantly,
Shit.
and
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. But all for the children, I'm not trying to tell motherfuckers to steal and shit like that, but it's just like damn. But other than that, you know what I'm saying. So this album, they got like a lot of following when it came to this when the songs like Feel Free, but then when it came to the American audiences, he has songs like Keep On Moving and Back to Life, which again we'll talk more about that in a minute. You know what I'm saying. And then fast forward to 1989, that's when this album had came out. Now, like I mentioned to you before, I got the US edition of this album. um Not anything different, you know what I'm saying. Still the same track listing. It's just, Keep On Moving was a more like international hit and everything like that too. I just get chills just talking about some. I just get chills from what we're about to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't know Soda Soul, man. This album is literally next to Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. This is actually my second favorite R&B album of the year. Not even gonna hold you. Not even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying?
That year?
89. Yes.
89.
89.
Wow.
Because 89 has some heat though. It has some heat.
I'm trying to remember what came out in '89. What came out in '89 that was R&B?
Vanessa Williams album, if I'm not mistaken, came out. Shit, what come out in 89?
Didn't we do? I thought we did that year. We didn't do that R&B year, '89.
I could have sworn we did 88. We did a lot of years.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But I'll think of some shit. I'll think of some shit because I can't really think right now because my mind's all over the place. But yeah, man. I can't wait to talk about this record right here. This record right here, it speaks to so much styles and stuff like that. You can't just pigeonhole it in one category. It's like so much shit you can talk about with this album. So this album has 10 songs. We're gonna get started with the first song, Keep On Moving. This is actually my favorite song on this album, and it's actually my favorite Soul song, period. Already just throwing that out the get-go. You know what I'm saying? This is like one of the 2 signature songs that they are known for, you know what I'm saying? Every time you hear that drum, that drum machine. Oh, Princess Batman came out 89 too, you know what I'm saying? So
yes, definitely.
Every time you hear those drum breaks, and then you hear Karen say, "Keep on moving." It just, this is actually the song that actually got me into the group, because I remember my mom used to always pick me up from school, and this song would always play on the radio and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was that popular. It was that popular and shit like that. Tom Joyner and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? 104.3. All my niggas, y'all should all that shit. And then, my God, it's just such a very, very dope song. Like vocally, she definitely did a thing on this one. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a song talking about, keep on moving. You gotta just, stay positive. And that's the one thing about Soda Soul that I've always loved. How they always had that message about staying positive and, spreading unity within one another. And I definitely love the fact that, it had that smooth piano riff and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And the strings come in. We're gonna keep on moving. Keep on moving, don't stop. No, oh my god, man, such a fucking timeless song.
Yeah.
I love the video. The video was very dope too. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Definitely a very, very, very classic song. Don't get no better than this.
Ashley, you want to go?
All right, yeah. Yeah, just similar to what Reg was saying, "Keep on Moving" it was one of the soul to soul songs that I remember hearing constantly growing up. Like sometimes, like if my mom picked me up from daycare, they always would play this song on the radio, either this or "Back to Life," or
Right.
you know. But yeah, these were definitely one of their signature songs, and definitely the ones that I'm pretty sure resonates with fans the most because of the message and what it stands for, and of course, you know, this song is just like a pretty much a pick me up for anyone who's going through a tough time in their life, no matter
Mhm.
what it is. You could always throw this joint on at any time.
Yeah, it was definitely a positive, uplifting song and with a message, and the beat was banging, the strings on it, the pianos, Cameron Wheeler vocals were great. When she's singing, yellow is the color of sun rays, and I
Ooh,
loved it. Definitely a great way to start off the album, and like I said, like this is one of their biggest hits, and it's still being played now to this day, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
that was feel good R&B back then. You
it
know,
was. It
Mm-hmm.
was feel good R&B. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Flame. What's up, boy? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is definitely a feel good song. Every time I'm in a bad mood, I always listen to this song, which is more times than usual these days. But track number two, Fair Play featuring Roy's Vindros. You know what I'm saying? This is another single off this album. You know what I'm saying? Classic, another classic joint right here. Again, another dope track with a smooth as piano riff and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely had that go kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? What I got from the song, um, is just the fact that if you love somebody and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? How can you use me? How can you use me for your own gain? If that
right,
makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Very, very profound message with the melody and everything like that. It was just so playful. It kind of reminds me, that beat definitely reminds me of something that what's that girl's name? Karen White would have definitely done. It definitely had that feeling and stuff like that. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So very, very, very dope track.
Yeah, Fair Play was definitely a good song. I'm not gonna lie. There's certain songs I think off this album and then all their other stuff afterwards that some of it I didn't know were hits like this one here. And then two, I think the fact that I didn't hear this one getting played on the radio as much, I think was probably another reason why that is. But yeah, this was definitely a good track and definitely another one with one of those songs with a message and it makes a very valid point.
Yep. It was dope. Definitely had like a New Jack sound to it. The beat and the
Hmm.
bass line and Rose Windross. She did her thing on here. It was dope.
Hmm.
Definitely. And it's all about expression at the end of the day, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah, another timeless track right here. All right, track number three, Holding On. Self-explanatory. It's another track where one pretty much has to hold on and stay positive and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Pretty decent song. You know, don't really have that much to say about it. Um, Pretty much liked Jazzy's vocals on this one too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, dope beat by the way. Oh,
Mm,
producers include Jazzy B and Nelly Hooper as the producers.
nice.
I like holding on. To me, it pretty much has like the same message, similar to keep on moving, which I like, and yeah, it's definitely a feel good track.
I like it definitely. Again, it's another banging track. Is you had Jazzy B. You know, it's really only him on this track. Like it's like a solo track for him, and
Yeah,
it was like a club joint. Had like a club beat to it. You got some strings added as well, and background singing. I thought it was good.
yeah, very good track indeed. Next track is called "Feeling Free" live rap. If you guys recognize that sample, on my Diggable Planets head, y'all should know that sample from where I'm from. Love that
Right.
sample and everything. Yeah, this was a live recording that they did. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling free. Definitely a highlight right here and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, love this track.
Yeah, I had no idea that was the same sample that was used for Diggable Planets
Mhm.
for Feeling Free. Yeah, I like Feeling Free as well. It's just I like the vibe of it, the energy of it, and this was a live performance of it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know where exactly?
Um, I don't exactly know where exactly, but it just
Mm-hmm.
says like live. You know,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just kind of wondering, like, if y'all knew, like, where exactly they did a live performance of this song at.
I don't even. It's been like so many years since I heard this album. I don't even
Mm-hmm.
remember like some of the songs being recorded live. So if it was
Yeah.
live, it sounded good live. Because when you hear a
Yeah.
live track, it sounded like they were at a show or something. You hear the crowd in the
Yeah.
background, but we don't
right?
hear that on this album though. So if it was recorded live, they did a great job recording it. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a great song. You got Jazzy saying, feeling free, release your inhibitions, go forth, achieve your ambitions. And the beat was fire. You got some DJ scratches on it, some horns added to the track. It was dope.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that shit. Um, Track number 5, African Dance. This is pretty much an instrumental of the next song.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Yeah, I have nothing against it. I feel like African Dance was just like a precursor into the next one, or like an extension of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's banging. I love the beat for this. We added some now. You see now. There's some flutes on this. Now imagine
Yeah.
if Andre gave us a whole album of that. If Andre gave us a whole album of this, that album he had right now would be a classic. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? He have flutes
Definitely.
on this joint. You got a banging beat with some flutes. You got a bass line. I'm like, yo, I'm listening to this. I'm like, yo, man, if Andre had gave us an album like this, it'd been crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I love it. It's a great instrumental. I don't really know why you would add the instrumental and then you have the vocal version next, but it
Mm.
was dope, and they showed that they can do instrumentals as well besides just singing. So yeah, like different sides to the group.
Definitely. I'm gonna let y'all go to the next song. I gotta go check something downstairs.
The
All right.
next one would like we said, the next one is the vocal version of African Dance, but it's called Dance on this one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same instrumental. I love the instrumental. You got vocals on this one, Jazzy B's on it, and he said, children grow, women produce, some men work, and some may fool. But through these objections, we find in our lives the clearer day, the darkest night. And it's almost like it sounded like a poem almost when he was saying
Mm.
it. You know what I mean? And he had like it was real operatic the way he was saying it. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was dope. I would have just kept this version on the album, and you could have had the instrumental like on when they released it as a single. Just add the instrumental on the single.
Mm. I kind of go back and forth with it. Like, I don't know. I mean, just the fact that African Dance was like a 6 minute instrumental, and then you got the vocal version, pretty
Right.
much titled as Dance. It's just like, was it really necessary to do that?
Mm-hmm.
or I don't know, just keep one or the other and leave the
Right.
other one for like a special edition or whatever version of the album they had released
Mm-hmm.
back then.
Yeah. I
I have
mean,
nothing.
I
I
look.
have nothing against
Mhm.
it, but to me, I think it just made a little more sense with that, just to like make it flow a little
Right.
better.
Yeah, I looked at them like they were like a sound machine. So like they
Mhm.
could sing and they
Mhm.
can do instrumentals and they could do rap and they were like an all purpose sound machine. That's what and Jazzy B was like the DJ for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dance is actually my second favorite song off this album, to be real with you.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you know, when it comes to like the dancey kind of tracks with some artists, I can either
Mhm.
take it or leave it. But
Mhm.
Motherfucker is just a simplistic kind of song
Mhm.
and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? I love how Jazzy talks about modern people tend to dance. With this music, I'll put you in a trance. Now that it's like motherfucker actually hypnotizing me to dance and shit like that, more. Like next, I was all here moving and grooving and shit like that. I was like, yo, this motherfucker's voice be hypnotizing the motherfucker and shit. I was like, hold up, wait a minute, man, wait a minute. I had to pause the album a couple times. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm driving right now. Let me stop. Let me chill.
Mm-hmm.
Let me chill. But yeah, man. Dance. I wish this was a single though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I think it would be more of like a UK hit than the US hit, if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a straight up UK album with a little United States
Right.
flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
there was like, a lot of Brit
Mm-hmm.
pop, a lot of Brit pop acts that wanted to like Americanize their sound and everything like that
Mhm.
too. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna say no names, but it is what it is.
Mhm.
Next album, I mean, that next song is called "Feel Free." This is one of the Doreen tracks right here. This and the next one. Um, excuse me, very dope track too. You know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory. Feel free and you're be comfortable in your own skin. Heck, excuse me.
Bless you.
Mm. Me, oh, thank you. In your own skin and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the beat for Jazzy B. It definitely has a very loose ends feel to it, like a
Mm-hmm.
Zagora kind of feel, which an album I need to get my hands on again because the version I got, the vinyl got ripped and shit like that
Oh
Mm.
too. But
man.
that's not right. Motherfucker gave me bad vinyl, but I got my money back for that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Good. Good.
yeah, man, this was a very, very, very dope track.
Mhm. Yeah. Feel free was good, but to me, I find it strange. Like prior to that, they got like a track titled "Feeling Free,"
Mm-hmm.
and now you got one that says "Feel Free." Is it just me, or does that seem a little weird to you?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, yeah. Because at first I'm like, did they really think all the way through when they did this
Right.
album back then, or was it just a coincidence, or they just didn't care, or
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know.
I thought yeah, that is strange. I mean, like you look at the track listing and you see "Feeling Free" and "Feel Free" is it the same
Yeah,
song?
yeah,
You know, like African Dance and Dance is the same song.
yeah.
You know, I thought it was good. Like again, like Doreen brought a different vibe to the group when she sang. You know, compared to like Karen Wheeler, to me was like all she was soulful, she was R&B, and
Right.
Doreen had like the club voice. She had like the voice for like the club joints, and this is like
Yeah.
one of those joints, and I like the beat for that, and she killed it vocally.
Mm.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the strongest vocals on the album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Doreen, by the way.
Yeah.
Um, Next track we got is Happiness. Again, this is another Doreen song right here. You know what I'm saying? Love this record right here. You know what I'm saying? Just another get up and get happy kind of song. You know what I'm saying? Love the beat. Love the way they use the piano and the strings on this one and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I love the line when she said, "I like a world that's filled with happiness and sorrow. The way you're thinking means there's no day like tomorrow." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this one was pretty straight song. I don't like it as much as Feeling Free, but I do feel like it's definitely a banger.
Yeah.
Happiness, I feel, is another one of those songs that talk about positivity in the same realm as keep on moving and holding on, which is what a lot of people really need right now. Some happiness in life in general, as I'm sure as anyone who liked the song back in '89 as well. But yeah, I have nothing against it. Very well done vocally.
Yeah, it was dope. Again, so it's a club track. The beat was nice. The pianos on it. I thought it was good.
Very great track. All right. Next song is Back to Life. So this song is pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? So on the album, you have the acapella version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's my
same
favorite one.
version.
The acapella one.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that. This is this version that they played in Belly when
Hmm.
Nas and X
Yes.
did that classic scene and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Hmm.
very dope movie. Of course, that's a hood classic. I don't give a fuck what no one says.
Yeah.
Um, so when they released the single at first, it was like a
Mm-hmm.
they excuse me, the single, the real single had a beat to it like "Back to Life." Dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
That was the real single. That
Right.
single, y'all should know, in the first episode of Fresh Prince of Bel Air,
Yep.
when Will was posting the
Putting
Malcolm X
posters up
picture.
in the wall in this room.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying. And from a lot of people have said that that song really accelerated success when it was played on that episode and shit like that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So this actually got them their first Grammy Award for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group in 1990. You know how we do. I gotta look
Mm-hmm.
at see who other was nominated. So you had Aretha Franklin and James Brown, "Give Me Your Love." That was a dope song. I like the Prince version of that song more. Um, Aretha Franklin and Whitney Houston, "It Isn't, It Wasn't, It Ain't Never Gonna Be." I don't think I've heard that record before. Denise Williams and Natalie Cole, "We Sing Praises," and BB and CC, "Celebrate New Life."
I don't remember none of
As
those songs.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, they picked the right one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the song was written according to Karen Wheeler after near death experience and everything
Yes.
like
Mm.
that. Too. She almost passed away, but then when
Hmm.
she got back to life, no pun intended. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? The words just came up to her and stuff like that too. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So I've heard her tell this story many times before
Yeah.
and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is a dope song. Now I'm not gonna hold you. I know a lot of fans say this that sings a song. I'm more of a keep on moving kind of guy. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hmm.
Saying, but Back to Life is still a timeless song. However do you want it?
Yeah. I know earlier when I was listening to this album, I was listening to it on Spotify, and it got pretty much the same tracks, but but I think the version I heard on Spotify was the 10th anniversary edition,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think with an edition of the album, they had this version on here as well as the version that is like a little bit longer, that's like almost 4 minutes long, where they have it titled "Back to Life," but in parentheses, "However Do You Want Me." And the interesting thing about this song is, I know Latoya Luckett did a song titled "Back to Life" a few years ago, and I guess her song, it took some elements of this when she did the chorus singing "Back to Life," "Back to Reality," and then whatever else came out of it after that. And then the speaking of British artists, the British girl group Little Mix, they did a song called "Bounce Back." like 3 or 4 years ago, and they took elements of this song in their track titled "Bounce Back," because at some point they sang the part "However do you want me, however do you need me," and like even at the beginning of it, they were doing like the steady, "Are you ready? What's going on?"
Mm,
part of it as well. And I was like, oh wow, because that was how I was like kind of piecing together, put two and two together to figure that out.
mm,
But yeah, Back to Life. I think I like this song more than Keep on Moving. No offense to it, but I kind of like this song more because the fact that it's just so upbeat and it has a catchy chorus you can sing along to, and it still gets played to this day. No matter
yeah,
where I go, I hear it somewhere.
mhm,
And of course, look, reflecting back on watching Fresh Prince, of course, the pilot,
right.
especially like when Will was singing that song when he was knocking on the door to the mansion, and then him putting the posters up in his room and dancing to it. That's something that still stands out to me to this day as well. But yeah, I love Back to Life. No matter how many times I hear it, I still love it.
I love both of those songs. Like I can't choose between Keep on Moving. Like I said, like those are they two biggest smash hits. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Back to Life has a lot of remixes. There's a club mix for that one.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think the acapella mix might be like the best acapella I've heard for any song.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
like
not gonna.
like you know, and you know, like now within rap, it's a thing now where
Mm-hmm.
we have rappers that are rapping over drumless tracks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like but none of that compares to when you hear like the acapella version for Back to Life and Karen Wheeler is singing her ass off, doing the
Mm-hmm.
chorus, everything, no beat, and then the beat drops like just when it's about to end. That is a classic version to me. That's the best version of the like the very same version that they play in Belly in the intro. That's the version that they play.
Mm-hmm.
That's the version that's on the album, and I love it. I think both versions. You know, the other version with the beat already starts. I love that one too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Cameron really killed this. You know, she made this a
Yeah.
classic. I don't think it would have been a classic record with any other singer.
No.
You know, for that time in '89, I think they got the right one for this. The beat, the bass line. It's you could play this at any party, any cookout. It's gonna ring off. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like it's that good.
Yep.
And those two tracks, Back to Life and Keep on Moving, is what is why people fell in
Mm-hmm.
love with Soul to Soul. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's one of the best tracks all time. Definitely.
I definitely agree with you about that. Yeah, man. Definitely agree with you about that. You couldn't have said it much better. All right. After that, we got track number 10. The last track is Jazzy's Groove, which is pretty much just
Mm-hmm.
like an instrumental and courtesy of Jazzy and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was pretty solid as well too. And that's where they end off the album.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I have nothing against Jazzy Groove. Yes, it was pretty good.
I love it. I like right after Back to Life goes off, you get it goes right into Jazzy's Groove with the same
Mm-hmm.
beat and got some horns on it. And Jazzy B is dope, man. Like he was definitely like the ringleader for this group, and ending it off with his own track, and I loved it.
Definitely. All right. Overall, this is a classic album by a lot of people, including myself. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's a very influential album. Love the usage of the instruments with this album. I love the usage of the African traditions with the Britpop traditions, and then you had like a lot of the traditions R&B at this time too. Production was very unique. It was very cinematic for 1989 as well too. The singing by Karen and Noreen was very good. I feel like Karen was really the MVP of this whole album. No
Hmm.
point blank period. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this album's a classic album in my opinion. This is a five mic masterpiece in my personal opinion. Um, I think this album is still in print. I think.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah, it should be because I'm not sure what the asking price for it is now, but I know back when I got it for Reg years ago, it wasn't too expensive. But like I said, it just depends on who's selling it
Right.
and like what condition it is in. If it's like a brand new copy, then it's a toss up. Same thing goes like for any used copies. Like I said, they could range from used like new,
Mhm.
used very good, all the way down to where it says used acceptable or good. But I would not recommend that to anyone to get a CD
Definitely.
in those conditions at all.
Yeah, know your fucking worth.
Yep.
What are you grading the album, Ashley? What are you giving it?
I'll give this 5 out of 5. And even though this album came out like 4 years before I even existed, I know it's a all around classic. And like I said, the biggest songs off of here, "Keep On Moving" and "Back to Life," still get played on the radio almost any chance, like any time, day or night or whenever, because a lot of people still love those songs to this day.
Mhm.
And pretty sure my brother and sisters, they were listening to those songs and then seeing the videos on TV when they were kids coming up.
Right.
Yeah, so they know more a little more about that than I do. But yeah, all around 5 out of 5 classic.
I think it's I love the production. You got a mix of like hip hop and club and New Jack Swing and some reggae and what they call Afrobeat now. They had in their music and the songs, the different singers on the tracks. You want a club joint, they could do club, they could do R&B, they could do hip hop, they could do reggae, whatever you wanted. They had it was like a sound system of different sounds, and Jazzy B was the ringleader for this, and the whole album was just a good experience to listen to what people at that time,
Hmm.
overseas was listening to. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to
Right.
like hip hop and all that, and I don't feel like, yeah, I agree with Reg. I don't feel like America appreciated them. Well, I don't. There's certain artists. I'm not gonna say
Hmm.
everyone, but there's certain artists that when they came to them being from overseas or down
Hmm.
under, they didn't appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Even now, I see it. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And Solar Soul is one of those groups that it took some time for them to get they respect up, up here. You know what I'm saying? But it all started with those two songs, "Wake Back to Life" and "Wake Up,"
Hmm.
because it was just undeniable. It's like when something is so dope, you gotta play it. You know what I'm saying? It's like radio had to play those joints. They're not gonna skip over them and go to Janet or whoever else was hot in '89. So it was just so dope that they had to play it and put people on to who Solar Soul was, and I think it was great. Karen Wheeler's voice is amazing. She should have had a better solo career. You know, the other singers on here, what's the girl name? The girl that passed away,
Doreen.
Doreen.
Doreen. Yeah, and the other girl, they were good. And when you think of like Brit pop, this has to be at the forefront. I think it's definitely a great album. I took a look at the list in '89. There wasn't too many good R&B albums that I liked in '89.
Mm.
So it's this and it's Rhythm Nation for me.
Janet.
And I think it's definitely a classic album.
Mm. Yeah, it's funny that you brought up a point about how people, I mean, American fans, they don't really embrace certain artists from overseas, especially the UK. And I could name like a couple of
Mhm.
other British artists right out the gate.
Right.
Um, Craig
Craig
David,
Craig David, yep.
someone I
Right.
feel that American fans really didn't give him a
Facts.
chance. Like when he first came on with the Born to Do It album, I got the U.S. version of that album.
Hmm.
That album is dope. I have yet to get his other album, Slicker Than Your Average. I've yet to get
That
that.
was dope.
But
That was a great album.
The only single that from him that was really big. I mean, he had a whole lot of singles on that Born to Do album, but one of them was "Fill Me In,"
Fill me in, yeah. That was
and I've
huge.
heard a couple of people do their renditions of it,
Mm-hmm.
and but yeah, like I said, Craig David, he's an example, and then there's
Yeah.
another girl group I mentioned earlier, Little Mix.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Yeah.
girls can really sing because they have such
Yeah.
good harmonies. Their harmonies are tight, and even though they're like on hiatus right now,
Mm-hmm.
I have, I think, all of their albums.
Right.
Anyone who's interested in listening to some, I guess, good pop British music, definitely check out Little Mix. You can listen, see their videos on YouTube. You can listen to their albums on Spotify, whatever music platform you listen to music on. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely, those are the main ones that stand out to me when it comes to British artists.
But the problem was in the 2010s when you had those same British artists that was coming over here and
Hmm.
doing R&B and they're getting promoted more than the American artists. That's when people had an issue. Oh, why is Sam Smith getting promoted more than Tank? Because Tank, you ain't coming out with nothing good. That's why Sam Smith he was making better music. That's why he
Tank
was getting
sucks.
promoted. You know, some people he has a fan base though. People love him.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. I know a lot of people love Tank's music. Yeah, but
right?
he put out one last album a few years back because he lost his hearing in one of his ears, so
Oh
that's
wow,
another reason why he doesn't put out any albums anymore. But him and Jay Valentine, they got their podcast, R&B Money podcast. It's a good podcast. They got a lot of incredible people in the
right,
music industry always coming through, giving their stories and what they're up to today and all this and that. And then too, they're funny, so you can
right.
get a few laughs in while
When
watching it.
when you when you look at and I know Reg hates Adele. I think Adele is a fabulous singer. When you look at Adele, when you look at Ed Sheeran, when you look at Leona Lewis, you know, there's a whole list of them
Mhm.
that came from overseas that they
Yeah,
got that push, but they were coming
Natasha
out with great music.
Bedingfield, another one.
Right, right. You know, Estelle, they were coming out with better music than our American
Mm-hmm.
artists. I mean, who did we have? Even the Weekend. Weekend not even from this country. He's from Canada. He was
Yeah,
coming
he
out
from
with some of the
Canada.
best music. You know what I'm saying? Like who did we have other than Beyonce that was coming out with great R&B music? It was nobody.
Jasmine
Mm.
Sullivan.
Okay, but I feel like Jasmine Sullivan now is getting her respect. When her first album came out, she
Versus
was
years before. Yeah.
exactly right. When she was coming out
Facts.
with lions, tigers, and bears and all that, you know, bust
Mm-hmm.
your windows
That was
out.
my
I
Yeah,
didn't hear
bust
that
your
that was
from her.
my
windows.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah, she was
I
dope.
liked the first song with Missy Elliott.
Right,
Baby, I Want You.
right.
Need you bad.
Need you back.
Need
Right.
You Bad. That was a joint.
That
But
was
then when
dope. But now she's starting to get her Grammys and her respect now. But 10 years ago, I didn't hear that from her.
Mm-hmm.
because that Hotels album was dope as fuck too.
Right. Jessie Ware, exactly. Jessie Ware is a phenomenal singer, and I like she's doing more like dance, pop music now. But even with her, nobody mentions her name.
Nope. A lot of them
You know.
get slept under the radar. That's the main
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. And it happened even back then. Like
All the
I
time.
mentioned, Five Star. Five Star got severely slept on back then.
Mm.
You know, loose ends they got severely slept on.
Mm.
So it get me started on loose ends.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
And they got a lot of hits besides hanging on the string that a lot of rappers sample they shit.
Mm. My favorite Loose Ends song is You Can't Stop the Rain.
Woo!
That was fire.
I got
Another
Mainly
one
one
that
of
because
was
them.
of
dope.
BMF. Because
Mm,
prior to that, I did not know that song at all. And I'm like, every time I think about it, I be thinking of when with Lamar be singing that song.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And that was sampled. Didn't Shaq sample that?
Yes,
That was
a
sampled.
lot a lot of people sample that song.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Wiz even sampled that. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, yeah. I think he sampled it too.
his bitch
You
ass.
know.
But anyway, But yeah, another loose end song I love. I
Mm,
can't wait. That is
that
my
was fire.
joint.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't
I
wait.
like the choose me. Was it lose me, don't choose me?
Ooh.
That joint, that bass line is bananas. Love that song.
To me, they were my favorite R&B group of the '80s. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Mm.
They were something different. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, this was a dope ass review. I'm probably gonna stay on until like 12:30 and shit. Um, I did want to stress the since we talked about this album filled with happiness and stuff like that. I think I want to leave this message. I want to leave this review on a fucking message. Just try to be fucking happy and be honest about your feelings and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because motherfuckers will try to bring you down day by
Yep.
day.
Yep.
Try your patience and shit like that too.
Yep.
Saying because there's some people who have it worse than others. So
Mm-hmm.
just want to leave
And
that
then
on a
and then
message.
there are those who just speak nothing but negativity all the time.
Well,
Have nothing good to say about anyone or anything. I can't stand people like that.
Right. But yeah, man. Just I'm not gonna be too preachy and shit like that too. But I just want to leave that on that
Mm-hmm.
note. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Other than that, what's going on in the news? What's going on in the news?
Ashanti's pregnant.
Yep. Congrats to her.
Somewhere Earth Gotti is kicking himself right now.
Okay, he really need to let
Wow.
that go and get over himself already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like seriously.
Man.
So, Busta Rhymes recently came out talking about no one can beat him in the verses and shit.
Mm.
Yeah. If he play anything off that new album, they will.
Ah!
You know.
Mm.
Um,
Okay, so the whole everyone's getting ready for this Keefy D trial next month and shit.
I think he's definitely gonna snitch. He's definitely gonna be. If he don't want to spend the rest of his life in prison, he's definitely gonna tell the feds what he knows about stuff.
He's gonna tell
You
them
know.
everything.
Yeah. Diddy,
Mm.
or everybody that's he could incriminate. I think he's gonna tell them.
Mm.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was watching Vlad, and they finally released a full Aaron Hall interview where he was just going mad
Yeah, I know
crazy.
you sent that to me earlier. I have yet to watch that.
Yeah.
But I
You
would
know,
ask Ashley. Oh, go ahead.
no, what I was going to say is, I know on YouTube. I mean, I know I'll be watching a whole lot of podcasts and stuff, whether listening to it on Spotify or wherever. I know I really got into that one podcast with Suge Knight telling stories about back in the day.
Ooh,
Him, yeah,
Yeah.
that blew my mind when they were able to do it, knowing good and well he's still locked up.
Hmm.
And I know he's
so I was
supposed to
trying to
be
interview her
eligible
too.
for parole in 2034. So
He ain't making it. He's not gonna make it. Did you hear
I
about
guess
this?
we'll see what happens with that.
This they had a there's a he did an episode on Angela Yee's podcast with Mano. Like Mano
Mm,
was a guest with her, and
mm,
supposedly they didn't clear that episode because Mano was like testing them, and he got pissed
mm,
off with Mano, and he said y'all can't release the episode because
mm,
Mano supposedly said like Suge got fucked up in jail more than once,
mm,
and he didn't want that to
Mano,
be released. Well, it's already out the bag now. People already know.
mm.
Mano's a bitch anyway.
You know what I mean? So he's in like it's like protective custody, but he has to sign off on this shit. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? And
wow.
I think they put him there for like a month, and then he can go back to general population. But it's already out. So the fact that he didn't want the episode to be leaked. We already know that you got fucked up in prison.
Mm.
You know, but I don't think Shucks that he's not gonna make parole. He's not gonna live long to make parole.
You don't think?
I don't think
Nah,
he's gonna make a role either.
I don't because he's already there's so much shit that he's done like just like Diddy. Diddy has done so much shit that it now is coming back on them. That's karma. You know what I'm saying? All the rumors and stuff that we heard for decades about these people,
Yeah,
now
there's
this shit
that
is coming
too.
back on them. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, this is the time when that we're witnessing
Yeah.
50 years of hip hop and we're witnessing a mogul like Diddy that a lot of people swear is a legend. He's going down, and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Because I told y'all like this nigga is not no legend. And you see this shit that he's done, now he's
There's
going down.
countless people. There's countless people on that list. I mean,
Yeah, it is. Now everybody wants to start coming out. D
cause
dot,
all the stuff all the dirt they
bro.
did years ago is
The,
what's
the
finally
nerve
getting
of,
them
of
now.
these niggas to come out, D dot talking about his Jay Dilla can't fuck with your catalog. All you niggas did was sample shit for Bad Boy. Jay Dilla is dead and gone. He's been dead for
Yeah,
what,
they pretty
18
much
years?
did. They pretty much did. That's all they really did.
Bro, that's blasphemy to even say that in publicly, even if you think that. The fact that he could get on a platform and say my catalog is better than Jay Dilla, and Jay Dilla's been dead and he's still dropping shit. When the last time Jay Dilla dropped a hit album? It's been years.
At least Jay
It's
Dilla
been
played the
I
instrument.
can't even tell you the last time I heard a D dot a smash record. It's been years.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So the fact that he think he's better than Jay Dilla, you damn sure not better than Jay Dilla.
Hmm.
Not on his worst day.
He's not even better than Herbie.
Not
Hmm.
even. They had a short run, just like Death Row. You had a short run. That was it. By the time the 2000s came, Death Row wasn't even a thing no more.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Bad Boy was already the Bad Boy wouldn't be. They had to be saved by their CEO because if he wasn't dropping them crappy ass albums, they would have been long gone. They were long forgotten about.
Yep.
At least one thing I will give Bad Boy. At least they had the early to mid 2000s. They did have some commercial successes.
But it
Black
was
Rob.
mostly him. But it was mostly his roster
No,
was
no,
garbage.
but listen. Like Black Rob's life story, Faith Evans, Faithfully, Carl Thomas, and
Mm-hmm.
then if you want to get
And
to
then
the
he
whole
left.
Bad Boy,
And then he
hold
left.
on. And if you want to get to like the mid 2000s, you had the Young Jocks, you had the
Yeah.
Casties.
Yeah. Danity
Who?
Kane.
Who? Young Jock.
Say what you want
Who,
about Young
who
Jock,
was
but he
bumping
did
that?
say bad.
Who was bumping that? Other
I'm
than
just
people in
saying,
his power.
say what you want to say about Young Jock, but he saved Bad Boy in the
He did.
2000s.
He said Bad Boy. Where? They're gone. How did he say Bad Boy?
Because around like 03, 04, it was going downhill because Puffy had to get the rights to Bad Boy again because he sold his shares and stuff like that
They,
too. Because
they were going downhill because either the artists wanted out of the label or their artists were dead. That's why they were
and
going
then
downhill.
and then the gun charge. Don't forget that gun
And then
charge
right,
too.
you did Sean dirty. You had your own lawyer, and made Sean went to prison for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? J-Lo breaks up with him, and he's talking about I need a
Mm-hmm.
girl. J-Lo don't want you. You know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
need a girl.
Like
You need a girl, all right. You got yourself Cassie, and the rest is history. You need a girl, all right. Looking ass
they
nigga.
were done after Biggie died. Let's be real about that. Like Mace tried to save him with one album, and he couldn't save him. He ended up being a pastor. They were done after Biggie
Yeah.
died.
Hell, even the Welcome Back album, not a good album, but commercially
No,
it was still good.
that was
Commercially,
trash.
Mm.
That was trash. he tried to do shit like Nelly. Like nigga, you're not from St. Louis. You can't do what Nelly do.
that's the first compliment he ever gave Nelly on this channel, y'all.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Mm.
His manager was Nelly's manager, but he ain't Nelly. He forgot about that. He tried to come back and try to do what Nelly did. They had a short run. Like how could you even think that your catalog is better than Jay Dilla? Jay Dilla did shit for everybody. I don't remember the last time I heard D Dot do shit for Common or for Busta Rhymes. Where?
I could have wait a minute. I think D Dot did some shit but with Busta. I
He
think.
did. Was it a hit? Not an album cut. I'm talking about like a hit.
Oh, a hit. Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
He didn't. When did he do shit for the Roots? Like all these people, like they're like low key dissing the Backpackers, and he's saying, "Oh, we wasn't into that. We was into making you sing and dance, but your run was over." And Jay Dilla is still living. He's even though he's dead, his music will live on forever. Nobody's gonna remember D Dot. What have you done for us lately? Then other than the bad boy shit from 25 years ago, what has he done? You know what I'm saying? You put him in a versus now against Jay Dilla. Dilla's beating him, and he's not even here.
What have you done for me?
Yeah, I think Jenny needs to bring out that song again. What have you done
Damn.
for me lately?
Yeah, if David Lee Roth can have a re-recorded version of Trump, then Jenny can have a re-recorded version of that.
Bring that out again, Janet. We need that.
All right. And I want to get Ashley's opinion on this whole T.I. King and Tiny situation before we head out.
Oh boy, man. I saw videos on IG last week on that, but to me it just gotten so far gone where they really can't control that kid anymore, honestly, because I mean, come on, if you go back to when they had their show, The Family Hustle, I mean, come on. Y'all already know what this kid was like. And then
I
too,
blame the
T.I. made
parents.
a valid point. Like, I think Tiny was coddling him for a very long time, and him
They
acting
both were
out.
coddling him.
We need his
I'm
ass
sorry. I don't
beat.
mean to cut you. I don't mean to cut you. I don't mean to cut you off, Ashley. This is
Yeah,
the shit I'm talking about with parents right here.
yeah, because it's how you raising these kids. Like, if you're coddling them to the point where you just pretty much let them get away with how they speak to you at home and in public or wherever y'all be going, then y'all created that on monster on your own. Like,
Exactly.
y'all should have just
I don't
dealt
hear
with
that
that.
shit.
But I mean,
Yeah,
look
like
who his
y'all should have
parents
dealt with
saw.
that years ago, and there's no reason. Like I mean, I know when I was like young, like if I kind of like was, well, I don't know, like yelling or if my parents felt that I was yelling at them, then they knew that I needed to like calm down or whatever, just in case, because kind of keep me in check, so that way I wouldn't be coming off as disrespectful to them. But yeah, because nowadays children now are just on, like, I don't know, on a whole other level, just complete disrespect. They don't respect nothing out here at all. They think they can talk to their mom and dad or whoever raising them any type of way they want to, but nah, nah, yeah, no, y'all ain't doing that. I mean, even though I'm not a parent and I don't have kids and I'm not married and all this that, I know for a fact, like if I did have a kid and they were getting to the point where they coming off disrespectful, to the point like I would put them in check. I would put them in their place. Like one, you ain't grown. Don't be thinking that you grown. Two, you living in this house. You follow my rules. Like you can cut up if you want to. Like one day, like if they be at school, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna teach them a lesson. Take anything that's of important value out of their room, either lock it up, put it in storage, or sell it. And then when they come home and they find like all their stuff, I'm like, oh, like why'd you do that? And blah blah blah. I'm like, because I can. And you want to live in this house, you obey me. You're not gonna talk to me no type of way. You gonna respect me. And like the old saying go, like I brought you in this world and I can take you out. Like what's it
Thank
gonna
you, Bill
be?
Cosby.
Or go back to what the old days, like if we were acting crazy or acting now, parents need to whoop their kids again. I'm sorry.
He need his ass beat.
Exactly.
You do.
Just one good time. That's it.
Now, not one good time. The problem is in society that we living in now. You as a parent, once you put your hand on your kid, it's like considered. Oh, you can't do that to your kid. It's abuse, and they're ready to call CS on you and shit. Nah,
call child
That's bullshit.
services. Yeah, that's
Right.
the problem now. That's just why half these kids are crazy now. Like people ain't whooping their kids no more.
Nope. And they got the social media raising their kids.
Yeah, pretty
You know
Man,
what
much.
I'm saying? Just think about who his parents. First of all, his dad been in and out of prison, even for his own albums. He wasn't even present for a lot of his album releases. Let's call it what it is. I love Ti,
Mhm.
but he was half of his career. He was in and out of prison. Okay,
Mhm.
and you see on that video how Ti yoked him up like he was ready to
Yeah.
choke that nigga out.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what
a
I'm
fucking
saying?
killer, bro. I'm a fucking killer,
The
bro.
fact that you have your young son on video, mind you, and he's comfortable cursing you out and saying, "Oh, I got dirt on you, and I'm gonna out you." That can't be tolerated.
That's way too far. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You,
And if
you
he
know,
if he know what's good for him, if your dad from the streets, you definitely don't want to get yoked up by Ti because
Mhm.
he lived that life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
But
didn't.
Tiny got in trouble also. She been in trouble in
Yeah.
the past.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this is what happens when we have rich kids and they come from celebrity
And they become
homes and
spoiled. They become
yeah,
spoiled with
they
thinking that they
entitled
can do anything they want to do and thinking that they above the law or whatever. No, y'all not. Y'all bunch of spoiled brats. That's all it is.
bro. This is definitely a different era. Like we couldn't if we had social media back in the 80s, we could never
Or
go on
back in
live
the
stream
'90s.
and
Like, I
curse
mean,
our
come
parents out.
on.
That shit would never happen.
No.
calling your mama, calling your dad, and hey nigga, what's up? Like, come on now.
No, no, no,
Is that
no,
what he
no.
said?
You would have gotten your
Is that what he
teeth
said? You
knocked
called
out
him
for
that?
that. Like,
Yeah, man. Like one of his shows, I Chris when he's a hey nigga or some shit like that. I'm like, look at this.
uh-uh.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
And then you even have like the parents even calling their kids nigga or something. I'm like, come on now.
Mm.
Now you know me, I be saying the N word like a motherfucker, but still, I'm
They
like,
they gotta sit down and they have to have a talk with him.
No, they
And,
need they
and
need a family counselor or therapist or something to deal with
right.
that monster right there. Like,
But they said something about he was being teased online or some shit.
that's not
okay,
my
then that's
fault.
a whole other thing for another reason why
So
he acting out the way he is. Like, he needs to
right,
just stay off of social media
exactly.
if he's getting
That's the whole.
picked
That's
on or
what I don't
whatever.
get.
Deactivate your
If he
accounts
if
or
he's
do
so
whatever
if
it
he's
is.
so
Just stay
bold to
off
clap,
of the
hold up. If he's so bold to
internet.
clap back at his parents, why you not clapping back at those same fools that's
Exactly.
talking shit
Like,
about
come
you?
on.
You know what I'm saying? But you won't say shit to them, but you're gonna say shit to your parents on live stream at that.
Right. Right. Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I
This
don't get this
generation is
generation.
weird, man. I don't get
Yeah, this
this shit crazy.
generation now is just ugh.
But other than that, y'all, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna eat me some dinner before I go to bed. But so tomorrow at midnight, we're gonna do a trash review on Busta Rhymes' recent album, Blockbuster, whatever.
That's a terrible name. That name is terrible.
Wow,
That name is
this review's
terrible. I hope
this
Eric
review's
show up. We can have a ball with this one because this shit is we're really letting you know it's trash. I'm saying it. It ain't getting no 3 mics or more from me.
20
One
something
of
songs.
one of the worst albums of the year. I guarantee it. It's not good. Shit, I would love for Buster to come on this shit and watch this trash this damn album. I'm gonna tell him to his face. It's just album is garbage.
Yeah, man. This review's gonna be funny. Um, Thursday we're gonna do the new edition Christmas album on midnight. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be kind of fun. And then Saturday is gonna be Lil Wayne 2 Chainz collab on Collie Grove. You know what I'm saying? Pretty cool week, but minus the Buster review and shit like that too. Um, I do say next week I do plan on doing a Ducktales retrospective next week and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Little cartoons here and there and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
just let me know what day you want to talk about that, and then too, I'm gonna be in town next week, so
okay, yeah, bad.
yeah,
Yeah, we definitely gotta catch up and everything like that. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? So
You need a spanking for making that shit.
Oh
then yeah,
God.
And then he says like, no one can beat him in a fucking verses and shit. Now with trash like
For him to do it, he can't play nothing from that
Oh
album if he
my
don't do
god.
verses, because he will lose a couple rounds. You know, he
right.
can be beaten now. Let's not act like he ain't like you put Jay-Z catalog up against his. Jay-Z's beating him. I think Nas could beat him.
Mm.
You know, Weezy got some heat.
Shit. Yeah, I don't think Ti can beat him. I'm sorry, because I know people said Ti, but I don't think Ti can beat
Oh
Busta.
yeah, I love like old Ti. I love, but even old Ti, I don't think could beat him.
Hell no. But other than that, y'all make sure y'all check out the Soul to Soul album. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a very, very, very dope album. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Appreciate try it.
All right,
Appreciate your edge.
all right, Ashley.
Peace.
Peace.
He's
Whew.